Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Don't forget to get your membership, okay? Appreciate y'all. But look, y'all, what would make this young man unalive his beautiful mother and his father? Please let it be a good reason. Because being a parent is not easy. So anyway, y'all, I did one live on him, okay? And y'all can go back and check the upload, okay? Now look, this young man is 14 years old, about to start ninth grade, okay? Allegedly, he just got out of middle school. Now, y'all, he was accused of unaliving, listen, y'all, unaliving his own parents in Middleburg home. And y'all, after he unalive, I mean, he got me talking crazy. Cause it is so scary how you could take your own mom out of here. After he unalived his parents at their home, he dialed 911 and said, "Pray for me." Now look, that ain't all happened, y'all. After unaliving his parents, he walked up to the church and called and told them what he did. And then he said, "I'm at the church." So y'all, like, share, and subscribe. And tell me what you think. Please tell me what you think in the comments section, okay? This is not supposed to happen.
Of the teen who stands accused of killing his parents. 14-year-old Trevor facing 2 counts of second-degree murder. And for the first time tonight, we're hearing his voice in the newly released 911 dispatch recording. I want to warn you, hearing the call may be disturbing.
Jennifer, go ahead, I'll listen to you. Well, I was going to ask if you could pray for me. But I'll definitely be praying for you, son.
Investigators say Lee was outside a church when he dialed 911 and reported himself. He stayed on the phone until deputies got to his location and took him into custody.
News4Jack's reporter Eric Avenese here in studio with us with more on this new information he obtained in this case. Eric?
Yeah, we were able to acquire a lot more information than what we had yesterday when we first reported this story. Now, we now know where in the house the parents were killed and the extent of their fatal injuries. We also found out that the 14-year-old called his aunt in California before he called 911 to turn himself in.
What?
Just one day after 44-year-old David Lee and 45-year-old Brandy Smith were found shot to death inside their Silver Oak subdivision home in Middleburg, News4Jax has learned the couple was in their bed when they were shot multiple times. Both were pronounced deceased when paramedics arrived. Investigators identified the killer as the couple's son, 14-year-old Trevor Lee. After the parents were murdered, Lee called his aunt in California. She then called Clay County 911 dispatch. What her nephew told her was redacted from the 911 recording.
You're in the house, please. Please. Can help me, ambulance, whatever you need.
The teen traveled to a nearby church parking lot and called 911. He stayed on the line until deputies arrived to take him into custody.
By the road, you threw my backpack away from me. I'm waiting for you. What do you mean you're straight up in my pocket? I emptied my pockets and everything. There's nothing in my pocket.
While most of his conversation with the dispatcher was redacted, we hear him ask the dispatcher to pray for him.
Can you pray? Go ahead, I'll listen to you. Well, I was going to ask if you could pray for me, man. But I'll definitely be praying for you, son.
These parents are dead in their bed. Retired JSO Director of Investigations turned News4Jax crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney says this was no doubt a heinous crime carried out by a kid, but he also says the fact that the teen called 911 to surrender himself says something.
Instant remorse. When you hear the sound of his voice and you hear kind of what he's going through, aside from the redacted part, you hear some instant remorse. And I think that's kind of bolstered by the fact that he left the scene and goes immediately to call 911 and turn himself in.
Now, the 14-year-old remains in custody at the Regional Juvenile Detention Center in Jacksonville. So far, he has not been charged as an adult.
Y'all, I am so in disbelief how something took over this young man's body and mind while their parent was in their sleep in the bed. What what was on his mind? He asked the dispatcher, do you pray? Dispatcher said, go ahead. I will listen to you. Trevor said, I was asking if you could pray for me. Dispatcher said, I'll definitely be praying for you, son. Y'all, do y'all hear the heinous and the devious in this call? What took over this boy's mind? What took over this baby body? What took over this baby's mind? Because do you pray? But then he turned around and said, I was asking if you could pray for me, but he didn't say that. He said, do you pray? And the dispatcher didn't say yes or no. They said, go ahead, I will listen to you. And Trevor said, no, I was asking if you would pray for me. No, that's not what he was asking. What has taken control over this young man's body, mind? I'm definitely be praying for you, son. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. This is serious. This is so serious.